Hello, Davenport peeps and etymologists. It's Jane and my trusty assistant Fable. And I'm so delighted to show you the brand new drawing room art journals. In their journal jackets, I'm going to pull you off your little stand here and swing you around. The drawing room art journals come in 3 different colours and 3 different papers live inside each one of them. Back to the Fuchsia has a gorgeous hot pink cover, and I've got one of my journal jackets over the top to protect it. Inside is a beautiful 200 GSM watercolour paper. On the inside cover you've got a nameplate and 84 beautiful pages of watercolor paper to create on. Next up we have the Dark Arts. This is a black paper journal with 84 jet black art card pages inside. And as we progress in this video, I will show you some art coming together on that paper. And the last of our drawing room art journals is the delicious Aquaculture with its 300 GSM heavy mixed media paper. All 3 of the journals also feature a satin ribbon page marker. They have hardback covers and are wrapped in custom printed cotton calico. The B5 sizing is perfect for working at a table at an art desk. You've got plenty of room, but they're also quite compact in size, so you can take them with you wherever you go. They're also case bound, which means when you open them, they always lay flat, which if you scan your artwork is an absolute boon. Also offers a more secure way of holding the whole journal together when it's case bound. And look at that beautiful flat surface to work on. Delicious. The corners of the cover and of every page are also rounded to give it a more high-end, luxurious feel. And in the front, I also included room for you to record your return information, just in case you misplace your journal. If that's ever happened to you, know how heart-wrenching that can be. And also a space to remind you to record your journal start date to kickstart your new journal. Now I'm going to go ahead and assume that you know how watercolor paper works and mixed media paper works. Just trust the papers are gorgeous. I really want to show you this beautiful black paper and some of the special art supplies that I've created that work on black paper, any black paper, but especially the Dark Arts Drawing Room Art Journal. I recently have launched my fairy dust pigments. This is where you can make your own watercolors. And boy, does anything sparkly look amazing and come to life on this paper. And I love mixing sparkle and matte art supplies on the same page because it makes both of them stand out more because there's that contrast. It's also beautiful to draw on this paper because it is quite smooth, and it is amazing with layer cakes. So layer cakes are my new palette paints that are like a gouache in a watercolor form. that paint a little bit more like acrylic though. They've got that creaminess, but they really are their own creature, and they're just so fabulous on the dark arts paper. Look at these neons from the Neon and Pastel Lollies set of the layer cakes mixed with the lustrous eclairs. Yum. And what I love about good paper is that you can forget the parameters of art supplies and really unleash your creativity. I say life is too short for crappy paper, so indulge yourself. This is your pastime, this is your creativity at work, and it's important for you to feel no limitations and let your creativity flow. And speaking of flowing creativity, join me as I create in the Dark Arts Journal. I'm using the layer cake paint, I'm using the ice cream palette, that's this one, and the neon and pastel one is the Lollies palette. You can find everything on janedavenport.com, and I'm using my little brush cuff there, and the paintbrush that I'm using is the Mermaid Tail Contour brushes. There's 3 in that set, and they're some of my favorite brushes. And the whole of this video I actually recorded as a live stream in my Facebook group. And if you wanted to see the whole video, you can see that and many others in the Jane Davenport Mixed Media Facebook group, which you are very welcome to come and join. And that's where I talk through all of the choices that I'm making, little tips for drawing. I launch new products there, and it's just a really, really fun place to be. I love the way the colour stands out on the black paper, and there's such a lovely surface on the Dark Arts Journal paper. It's a very smooth surface. You can get textured watercolor black papers, and maybe I will do a journal with those one day, but what really suits layer cakes and some of the other fabulous art supplies that just work so well on black paper, they love this flat surface, and so do I. Because the colours are so vibrant and interesting to me as the artist, and it doesn't have to be interesting to anyone else other than me as the artist, that is really what is directing this whole page, and I really enjoy her. To me, she's got a circus or a festival on her mind. She's thinking happy thoughts. The fine brush that I'm using is the fine brush that actually comes with 2 of the layer cake sets. They all come with brushes, and I just love that little brush. Now I'm also adding some of the fairy dust paints that I've created, and I've put into the Pantastic palettes. That's a magnetic palette with the beautiful custom mermaid scale pans. I mean, I really do believe that your art supplies rather, can be as beautiful as the art that you want to create with them. Why not? It's anything I can do to encourage you to pick up your art supplies and flex your creative muscles. That, as an art supply designer, that is what I am doing. That is my pleasure to do that for you. And here you can really start to see why I call layer cakes is because of the way they layer up on each other. It is their specialty. It's what they do best. Sometimes people ask, what's the best pen to use over the top? What's the best liner to use? What's the best to add detail? Oh, I think the layer cakes themselves, a fine paintbrush with the licorice black layer cake pan, divine. Or the white for little details, gorgeous. Or any of the other colours. Thank you for joining me for this overview of the new drawing room art journals, and it's such a joy for me as an art journal enthusiast to develop and create such a wonderful creative tool that I know is going to bring a lot of people a lot of joy. And I hope that you're one of those people. Okay, my friends, have fun. Bye.